that brings constellation bracket to a close. Oh boy, Mr. Sengoku, that was something else. This means the mass murderers are off to the final. No, two ways about it. Congratulations.
What happens to the other teams?
This time they were defeated for real, so once the games are over, they'll be returning to prison.
I see.
By the way, the fact that none of you died is really impressive. You're all first-rate challengers.
Wait. Are you saying that Rina made it too?
I haven't received any reports about his death, so I assume he's alive. What a tough cookie.
That's a relief. If that's the case, it looks like we'll be able to focus on our problems, right, Sengoku?
Rina, do you believe me?
I'm pretty sure I said so. Let's win this and uncover who the real culprit is.
Yeah. You can count on me. Binko, what should we...
Wait a moment.
Huh?
Binko?
Yep.
The Yurukill ring around a prisoner's neck can be removed if the executioner wants, right?
Indeed. Why do you ask?
I want you to remove Sengoku's Yurukill ring.
Huh?
Are you sure? Mr. Sengoku might reveal his true self and attack you. You realize?
I obviously won't.
Sengoku would never do something like that.
Rina.
Very well. If that's your wish, let's get Mr. Sengoku Yurukill ring off.
Oh, it came off.
Sengoku, I believe in you. To me, you're no longer a prisoner. There's no need for that collar anymore.
Look, I'm happy that's how you feel, but let's hold off for now.
You put it back on? Why on earth would you do that?
Rina, you might not think of me as a prisoner anymore, but I am. At least until we find out who the real culprit is. We just have to make it through the final now. Stay focused, Rina.
Sengoku.
Binko, hurry up and take us to the venue for the final.
Roger that. Mr. Sengoku, look at you acting all gallant. What a prime young specimen.
Whatever. Just hurry up and get on with it.
Oh, don't you worry. The final is about to begin, whether you say so or no. Come on then, follow me. Okay, here we are.
Huh? This is just a plaza.
What are we going to have to do here?
We've been waiting for you.
Gentoku.
I didn't think for one moment you'd make it to the final. Luckily for you, the peeping toms disappeared.
I'm not gonna lose. I promise you that.
Stop fighting.
Ugh.
Well, our two finalist teams are ready to go. Please direct your attention over there.
Over there. You mean a Yurukill castle? What's the... The ground's shaking.
What on earth is going on?
This is the final attraction you'll be facing. Behold!
How many floors does that have?
The Yurukill Tower!
It just sprung up from out of the ground.
A majestic soaring tower. A true seat of architectural engineering. There is an escalator just past the front entrance. Hurry up and get on. Yurukill!
The scale of this scene is incredible.
Yeah. You're feeling kind of overwhelmed. But what are we supposed to do here?
This place is odd. For starters, this escalator only goes up.
We're getting higher and higher.
What are we supposed to do here?
Mr. Sengoku, you're so impatient. We're just about to explain everything. Well then, allow me to explain the rules of the final. This is the Yurukill Tower. It's here in the tower that the truth will be laid bare. There are 6 prisoners taking part in the Yurukill Games. Each of them protests their innocence. So, who are the real culprits? Aren't you all dying to find out? Anyway, in this attraction, the team who identifies the real culprits will be victorious.
What?
Easy now, Mr. Sengoku. Calm down. I haven't finished yet.
Exactly. If you have something to say, save it for later.
Yurukill Tower is divided into 4 stages. You'll have to clear them by working together. Each stage relates to the prisoner's incidents. What you'll be doing is reenacting each of the crimes.
Reenacting.
Indeed. It'll be a fun little trip down memory lane. As you clear each stage, you'll be given hints to help you pin down the real criminals. All you need to do is identify the culprit of just one of the incidents and you'll instantly win. Oh, by the way, seeing as the peeping toms have disappeared, we've excluded their stage. Each team will only get the shot of answering the crucial question. Who did it? So, be careful.
Sengoku?
This is it. Do or die. Think about who it was that framed me, consumed me for so long. Criminal responsible for the deaths of Rina's family. If whoever slipped me the note on the ship is the culprit, that means it was one of the prisoners. Nothing to base this on, but just don't think Fuda, Hanuka, or Alan Poe are guilty. I guess that leaves Gentoku. It's too soon to come to any conclusions. I should wait until we find some clues in the attraction before I start trying to figure this out. Rina, I'm gonna win this. I'm gonna clear my name and discover who killed your family.
I believe in you, Sengoku.
We'll soon be arriving at the designated floor. If you wish you very best of luck. Yurukill, have fun!
Nice hair.
Huh? Looks just like the first attraction Rina and I faced.
Gentoku?
What?
Binko may have said we have to work together, but there's no way that's going to happen. Victory is mine.
Yeah. Good luck out there. I'm sure Gentoku got his own troubles to deal with. Still, I'm not gonna give in so easily.
Look over there.
Robot. Looks like the other gatekeepers we've seen so far. Is it just me or...
Beep beep boop. I'm innocent. I've been falsely accused.
Kinda looks like you, Sengoku.
So our incident's a theme for this floor?
On that day, there was an explosion at the building Rina lived in, and many people died. Then I was arrested because I had just happened to be in the truck parked in front of the building. But I was just taking a nap. There has to be evidence that proves I'm innocent here on this floor. Find it for me.
Thanks for the detailed explanation. You realize who you're talking to, right?
He's a scary murderer.
Don't be frightened. Neither team can harm each other here. All we need to do is win the game.
Said it was about cooperation, but whoever identifies the real culprit first wins. Then, it's like the stages in Yurukill Castle. Actually working together is gonna be tricky.
Binko mentioned would be reenacting the incidents, right? If the gatekeeper is playing your part, Sengoku, then are we supposed to be the criminals?
You're probably right. Is this supposed to be about getting me to recall the details of the incident? Rina, the attraction story started. There must be evidence that clears my name somewhere on this floor. Let's get started.
Sure.
Is this a kid's room?
It looks like they've recreated my old room.
Can't believe they do something so creepy.
It's fine. I'm not bothered. Let's keep going.
There's a lighter on the floor.
What's it doing here?
It don't come in handy.
Is this a little dollhouse?
There's a note attached to the input panel.
Retrace the route over 5 days of delivery.
I'm guessing we should try and solve the puzzle using the panel and the note.
Retrace the route over 5 days of delivery.
We're doing math again.
Am I allowed to help, or are you
Over
guys
5.
on your own?
I mean, technically, I guess.
Please help.
I guess Gentoku can ran off, but it's up to you.
Okay.
Is this
I'll
a
help you
delivery
guys out.
memo attached to it? Maybe these 3-digit numbers are room numbers.
So I see
3
that
plus
these spell
2.
out north. Actually, no. South? East? No. Just south. No. I'm trying to think of what words you can create while you have. SOUTH. There's no R here.
You can't do
You can't
east.
make east.
Yeah, so try south.
There is a 5-letter combination, right?
Yeah.
South.
Nope.
Sounds wrong.
Well, that was a good first try.
This is 301
What
to
does this mean?
101, which is south.
So we traced the route over 5 days of delivery. So does that mean we have to subtract something?
I don't think so. I just don't know
It
how
can't
many
be
times they
math.
want you to enter something because there's so much here. Like, do you have to enter something for each day, or you have to just enter something as a whole?
I think we get a letter for each day.
Yeah, and
A letter for each day?
Yeah.
Huh.
3, 3, 2.
It is. There is a division sign.
Yeah,
I'm not sure
I
if
see
that's
that.
a division or you're going to it
Yeah.
twice. I'm not really sure.
3. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. One, 2. No. No.
Maybe there might be some hints scattered around the same room that might help us. Unless they want us to use the display hand. If so, that's kind of crazy.
Wait. Might see something. I think the dashes, the divisions, I mean separate dashes, so wait, so I think the first one might be an H. If you draw it, it seems like an H.
Huh.
H-O, because the second one's definitely an O.
You think it's house? I'm just taking a guess right
I mean, that's
now.
the only word that makes sense, right?
Ooh, that's a good guess.
Yep.
Way to go, you guys! Woohoo! Oh, there's more.
Nice, it continues.
Nice. We got it right.
The panel came off.
What is it? A dollhouse?
What do you think we're supposed to do with it?
Maybe we need another item to go with it?
Maybe you're supposed to fill in that one last spot. So you might have to find the other little things to put inside.
Yeah, the left room is flashing. Jeez, what's up with this room? It's so bleak.
There's stuff stuck all over the walls.
You're right. Let's take a look around. What's this? Is it switched off or something?
There's some kind of string sticking out.
Kinda looks like a fuse. We supposed to light it? Think we're supposed to use a lighter to light the fuse?
Won't everything explode if we do?
That's a scary thought, but we should be okay. If that was the case, it wouldn't be much of a game. We made it this far. Time to face the music and get this done.
Something appeared on the panel.
Is this a puzzle?
There's a picture of a bomb.
Ah, it must be about connecting the fuse. So, we gotta rearrange the fuse puzzle pieces so that the bomb explodes.
It's not really going to explode, is it?
I don't think so. This feels like a Capcom
I've seen
puzzle.
games like this before.
Yeah, same.
I like stuff like this.
So, yeah, maybe move that one up. And then there's gotta be like a down one or something.
Doesn't look like you can
Yeah, you have to move
turn
in
them.
specific directions.
Okay. So you can't... Okay. So maybe move the second one to the right. And then move the other one down.
Other one being...
Like the The one on the top, where the one of the tile you just moved. That one, and move it down.
I mean, move it down. It can
Like
only go
move
to
it like to the right.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
it can
like
only
move
go
it to the right, like move it down. Then move that one up. There's gotta be a way to connect these. How are we supposed to move them? Okay, so move the middle one maybe to the left. And then move the one just above you down. I think we're getting closer.
I feel like this one needs to be
Honestly-
connected over here.
Okay, how about then move that one to the right? And then move the one, like move the mouse a little. Yeah, move that one up. And then there's gotta be a way to connect these. Gosh, I don't know if it's a straight line or if it's like the corners that should be mixed up. Ah.
Probably gonna have to be a bit of everything. Oh, I think I see
Huh.
something here. But oh, does that one on the right mean absolutely nothing at all?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Like, is it possible you don't even have to use that other red line on the right? That you could just use the first one?
I think I see how it's supposed to connect. It's just a matter of moving the right pieces. Like, I just need to move
they're
these
all
two.
supposed to connect to one. Or at least, are they supposed to be like one line? Or is it supposed to be like... So this one should be connected. So this one should go... Okay, I think I have an idea if this works. So move the first two down one. So like, go up. And move it down to the right. And then the other one. Not that one. The one on the... It's hard to point when you don't know where I'm pointing. And to the right. Move that one to the right. Okay, then move the one below you, the mouse. This one, yeah, up. And then move the one in the middle, where you are.
Okay, I can
To
kind
the
of see
left.
what might be going on here.
And then move the
Very
one
close.
right there. To the left, yeah, move that one. Now it's... Yeah, and then move that one down. Now we're stuck! Run!
Very close though, it feels.
Very close. Ugh!
I feel like those four right there need to be rearranged and then you have it, because the bottom half is finished.
Yeah, so how are we supposed to... Yeah, so maybe...
Yeah, for me, I'll just start clicking stuff.
I kind of do that sometimes.
Then move it back up. And then move it down.
Wait, move this
No,
down.
no, no. The other one. No. Move it back up. No. Move it back where it was.
This?
Move the one on the left. Nope.
Oh.
Move it back up. The one there. And then put the one that's... No. On the left.
Top left.
Yeah, the top left. Move that one down. And then move... Yeah, move that one to the left. No, the one you were just on. Move that to the left. I don't know. It seemed like I was going somewhere, but now it's like I'm more confused than ever.
What if you switch those three around right there?
Which
Those three corners, like cycle them around and see how it plays out. Like those three corners, like move them around a bit.
There's two different corners here.
No, but I mean, like, you see how it connects at the top?
Yeah, I think I
If you
know
can
what you
get
mean.
both of those up there, facing the right direction, you might be able to get something going here. So, like, yeah, just like that. But it's like, how do you even move it right?
And then that one? No. Wait, nope, that's not it either. So confused.
Oh wait. Oh, well, that doesn't work
Oh,
either.
that
'Cause-
looks so good.
It looks cool, but it doesn't
Crud.
work because the fire is not
work.
going through.
Hey, that was almost actually a good idea.
Almost.
No, I mean, does it all have to be full? Like, do all cubes have to be like fully, or is there gonna be like one space empty of a cube?
There's always going to be one space empty.
Okay, so maybe we can work with that. Maybe.
It's probably
have
going to
to
be the
get-
top right corner that's not going to be used.
Okay.
Because
how
nothing would go
about-
there.
Yeah, move that one up, and then. I feel like I'm so close, but it's like I always keep getting thrown off.
Yeah, a lot of cycling here.
There's gotta be. Okay. We have to get that one that you have connected to the one on the lower left corner, I think. So move the one on the top left. Yeah, move that one to the right. Then move the straight line in the middle up. Then move the one in the middle to the left.
We're kind of
Okay.
back where we're at.
I'm trying. Okay.
That's okay. No, it's okay. I'm just saying.
Now, I don't know if we need the straight lines or the one in the middle, like that one. Do we need that one?
We need all of them.
Yes.
Like these are supposed to be straight lines down here. And this is
Okay.
supposed to be to the left.
So maybe we need to get that straight line, the other one in the top left corner, in the middle. The question is, how do we do that?
You just cycle it like that.
Okay, now we need to get the one in the top left corner connected to that.
Thing is, I think
Oh
you
my
need the top
gosh.
left corner or the top right corner to go into the top left corner. That's one of the only like L-shaped ones. For the
Unless
flames to go through. I'm just calling it the flames.
unless we put the one in the bottom left corner where the mouse is. Maybe we should try that. Yeah, so move that one. And then Yes,
Oh, wow.
Just
then-
clicking around works.
Really? That was it?
Yep.
I
that
had
was
a
it.
feeling.
My head hurt. Thank God it didn't explode. Something came out.
Is that a doll? What should we do with it?
I don't think we should hang around. Come on, let's get out of here. Then maybe we should put it with the blue dolls, right?
Yeah, I think so.
All that thinking about that puzzle hurt my head.
Yeah.
I didn't even think. I just click
That
around.
wasn't.
Yeah. It gets to the
That
point where
wasn't
it's
even
like,
close.
oh, we'll get it
That's
at
so
some point.
unfortunate.
Maybe we can use this.
The dolls lined up here look the same as the doll we found earlier.
I guess I could try placing it inside.
What should we do?
There might be another item we need. But this doll is a different color than the ones already in the house.
That could be significant.
This whole thing's a reenactment, right? The red doll is the culprit.
But
Yep, it's definitely the culprit. What we gotta do is show which room the real culprit was lurking in. When I made delivery to room 302, I got given some juice as a thank you. Room 302 is this one, I think. How about that?
something just popped out.
Ah. That's the drink I got from one of the residents in your apartment block before the incident.
So, can we use this to identify the culprit?
Yeah. You went through trouble writing sleep on it. After drinking this, I suddenly felt super sleepy. That's why I was taking a nap in my truck.
Let's go and show the can to the gatekeeper.
Okay. right. James.
Beep, beep, boop. I'm innocent. I've been falsely accused. There has to be evidence that proves I'm innocent. Find it for me.
You have the evidence already. It's...
Beep, beep, boop. That. It's gotta be that. This can of juice was laced with sleeping meds. The culprit put me to sleep. I was taking a nap in my truck parked in front of the building. I was a part-time delivery driver. I used to get little presents all the time from customers. The person living in room 302 gave me this can of juice. There's no doubt about it.
If the gatekeeper accepted that as evidence, does that mean...
The resident 302 really was the culprit?
I'm asking you, identify the culprit. You only get one chance to answer. Be careful. Be careful.
Answer? You already have an answer?
That was so quick.
Crap, you noticed.
What are we supposed to do? You can only solve this if you know all the details of the incident. The people actually involved have way too much of an advantage.
He's right. This art incident. If we screw this up, what are we gonna do?
Did it freeze for anyone else?
I was just about to ask
Yeah,
the same
I was just
question.
gonna say
Yeah.
that.
For
I
me
thought my
too.
internet went out. I
So
was like,
restart
oh,
it.
no.
Mm.
How did the
Oh.
game? Or... Oh, okay. Good.
It's loading. Okay, there we go.
Oh, good.
Sengoku, do you know the answer?
Ugh. So knowing that the juice was laced with sleeping meds isn't gonna help us identify the culprit. Rina, can you remember anything?
I'm sorry. I can just about remember the faces of the other residents, but it happened so long ago, and they probably look a lot different now. Even with that in mind, I don't think there's anyone here who looks the same as any of the residents.
Yeah, I can't remember anyone from back then either. Can't you remember the face of the person living in 302? Was it Gentoku? I don't remember seeing anyone like him. Rina had an inkling she would have said something by now. I definitely remember it was Alan Poe, and I don't remember seeing Hanaka or Futa either. The culprit slipped me a note when I was on this ship. It has to be here.
Right. You don't have an answer, do you, Sengoku?
Gah.
Go ahead. Don't mind me.
Time is up. Time is up. Both teams, please get on the escalator and make your way to stage 2.
Sengoku, you just lost your best chance.
Damn it!
Oh, lucky us.
Let's go.
We should get going too.
Is Gentoku right? Have I blown it?
You need to stay focused. We haven't lost for sure, yet. If you could lose during this first stage, there'd be no point in preparing any of the other floors. You'll definitely have another chance. Please don't give up.
Rina,
And there's one thing I noticed. We weren't given any new information relating to the incident. On top of that, why did they go to the trouble of preparing 4 whole stages? After all, you're supposed to be able to win by identifying just one of the culprits.
You're right. It doesn't really make sense. Do you think there's a reason they did things this way? Still too early to say. Anyway, let's focus on the attraction for the time being.
It's time to give up, don't you think, Sengoku?
In your dreams, the attraction's only just getting started.
Gentoku, if you start provoking him, you might end up in trouble down the line.
Huh? There are 2 gatekeepers this time. Is this based on Freedom Riders incident?
Beep beep boop. Beep beep boop. We're innocent. We've been falsely accused. That day, someone entered the victim's home and killed the elderly couple. A cigarette butt with our DNA on it was left behind. We were charged because we had no alibi. But I was riding my motorbike. And I was out on business. There has to be evidence that proves we're innocent here on this floor. Find it for us.
So that's an overview. Looks like the same setup as the first stage. Except this time it's Freedom Riders incident. Are we even gonna be able to identify the culprit? What's wrong, Rina?
This might have something to do with... never mind. Just a crazy idea.
You thought of something, you gotta tell me. Crazy idea or not, this isn't just my problem after all. We're in this together. I wanna hear everything you know.
Okay. I have nothing to base this on, but... Imagine that the culprit is behind the twins incident is one of the prisoners. Just forget I said anything. Sengoku?
Yeah. Thanks for telling me. Could it be just that one person is responsible for all the other team's incidents? Thought it's almost too awful to bear.
This attraction has already started. Let's find what we need to give wow. Let's find what we need to give the gatekeepers.
Looks like Gentoku and Izane have gone to the room on the right. So I should have left room first.
Are you sure? What if they overtake us?
It's about collaboration. We need to figure out how to get them to share information with us.
Got it. I'll leave it up to you then.
This room is bleak.
There's a public phone booth.
I'll take a look inside.
Thanks, Sengoku.
Looks like an ordinary payphone, but someone entered a phone number halfway.
What's this note about?
You were supposed to use it to guess the rest of the number to dial? Oh.
01204696? What does the note say? Oh, it said hole?
Yeah, the important number is in the hole. Make the head smaller and flip it around to find a solution.
Make the head smaller?
Yeah.
Like a coin?
Look at the thing on the right.
Make the head smaller.
A rabbit hole.
Like a rabbit falling in the rabbit hole? Maybe it's a coin, a penny.
It says flip them around. So flip the numbers that have like empty spots, or
maybe the
Doesn't
6
make
is a
sense.
9, a 9 is a 6, or
Yeah, the 6 could be an 8, right? Instead, but thinking you kind of make numbers out of the empty spots. If that makes any sense. So like that number
yeah,
that's
but
next
after
to
Oh,
you see next to the 4, what
wait.
is that supposed to be?
I thought that was a 6, but it might be an 8. Maybe it's 1, 2,
Wait.
3, 4.
What number does H
Also-
correspond to?
H, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, 8?
No, but you know how in those
I think it's
older numbers,
5.
is 5 or is it 4?
Wait, A, B, C.
Older numbers.
Yeah, because you know how there's infomercials. There's that call this number and instead of getting
Actually-
the number directly, just
yes.
letters.
I see.
I think it's 4. I think it's 4.
But since we had to reverse it, it would be the last digit. So what would be E then? Is it 2?
Also, does that empty spot in the keypad have anything to do with it? Do you see how there's a hole there on the left? Is that where the star is supposed to be?
Guess.
I don't know if that has something to do
But
with
maybe that's just how it
answer.
is.
Yeah.
Not all payphones
But-
have all the buttons on them.
Yeah. Probably a star isn't necessary, but it does mention something about a hole, so.
0, 1, 2, 0, 4, 8, 9, 6, or 4, 6, 9, 6?
Certainly could try
It's
it.
gotta be some kind of pattern. Oh, 0, 1. Okay, I might just be overthinking, but it's like 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 0 is 3, but then after 3 there's a 4. 4 plus... I don't know if it's a 6 or an 8. It looks like an 8 to me. So that's 12, and 12 plus 9 is...
Can we look at the note again?
21 and 21.
Seems like they're trying to draw attention to the word hole. Also, it's a digital display. Seems like that could be important too.
It said make the head smaller, so it might have to be smaller numbers.
The graffiti
Flip
on
it
your
around, like the
payphone.
letter?
You look carefully, there's even a drawing of a hole. It said hole right next to it too. Clean mentions the word number as well. Seems like it could be a hint.
There must be another
Wording.
hint hidden in the wording of the note.
Make the head smaller. Flip it around.
Make the head smaller. Maybe we should think in terms of capital and lowercase letters?
If you make the first letter of whole letter lowercase, you get whole. That gives us our small head. You spin around so whole is upside down.
Oh.
I still don't get it.
If you put hole upside down, what are those numbers look like? Does that make sense? Wouldn't like
So,
E
an
equal like a
H
3,
upside-
right? Right? Like 3 would be the last one?
It would
But
be
the
4073.
What was that?
Yeah. You
If
said
you did-
4073.
If you take the word,
Sorry.
whole, make the H lowercase and flip it upside down, you
Yeah, it
can
looks like a
numerically
hole.
get 4073.
Well, we just flip
These-
it so it'd be 3
Oh, yeah, because...
So
704.
it wouldn't be the other way around? Oh, wait, it's the other way around?
Really? Oh, I'm turning it the other way. I think.
Oh,
what they
okay.
meant.
Nice
It
one, James.
worked. Yeah, good job.
You're welcome.
Literally make whole's head smaller and you get whole. We flipped that around and got 3704.
Hello, Yamada speaking.
Fuda? I know, it's Rita.
Hello? I'm already here. Where are you? This is about the investment, right? Hello? Hello? I'm going to hang up. The signal's pretty bad. Anyway, I'll be waiting for you.
He hung up.
That was definitely Rita's voice, wasn't it? But why?
It sounded like a recording. Explains why Rita didn't have an alibi.
He said he was out on business the day of the incident, right?
Yeah. It's like someone called him to talk about an investment, but then didn't show up. Do you think they had Rita go and meet them on purpose?
Ah, the cover of the receiver came off. It's a voice recorder. Do you think it's got the recording we heard earlier on it?
Let's take it with us. This is proof Rita was innocent. Okay, next stop's the room on the right. Let's go, Rita. Whoa! Who are these guys?
More robots. Although it doesn't look like they can move.
There are a bunch of slots on their bodies. What are you supposed to do with those?
They're not the only strange thing about this room. Let's get searching. It's the elderly couple, right? That Rita and Futa were framed of killing.
Yeah, I think so. Okay. Is that a water cooler?
Judging from the smell, that's gas inside, not water.
Why is it always gotta be something dangerous? Hold on. Looks like there's a padlock attached to the faucet.
Do you think we're supposed to find the key for it? And I guess the canteen over there is like
A jerry
where you
can
fill it up.
feels empty. People always fill these with gas, right? We could take it in.
But there's no key for the water cooler.
There's much in this room. Where haven't we looked?
How's it going?
Gentoku. Yeah, we're doing fine. Hey, what are you doing with that knife? Rina, get back!
Don't get the wrong idea. I'm not trying to threaten you or anything. I just found it when we were looking around earlier. Take a good look at those robots.
Looks like a play card. Insert together, mess up, beware.
Just like it says. If this is about reenactment, we're going to have to kill this old couple. Just like in the real incident.
There's so many slots. We mess up and choose the wrong slots. Do you think we might end up getting stabbed ourselves?
Here's what I'm proposing. Why doesn't each team insert a knife into one of the robots? Think of it as risk diversification. Not such a bad idea, right? If we get a reward for doing that, it's only fair that we share it.
Got it.
Sengoku, are you sure about this?
But we're not gonna get anywhere unless we give it a shot. Rina, I should stay back.
I'm scared. Gentoku, I'll leave this to you.
As if it was going to happen any other way. Sengoku, are you ready?
Yeah.
Right. Where are we supposed to insert the knives? I didn't come across any hints. How about you guys?
We didn't come across anything either. I figured we just gotta guess. We just broke into someone's house. Why would you stab a resident?
What a horrible thing to think about. You were intent on killing someone. You wouldn't aim for the arms or legs, surely. So how about the neck?
Your victim was trying to protect themselves, then aiming for the neck would be tricky. For the chest.
No, you'd instinctively be holding the knife with the sharp edge of the blade facing down. The knife blade wouldn't make it through the ribs like that.
In that
Hey,
case,
sus. Has to be the torso. So we have to stab them both in their torsos.
seems like a fair guess.
Izane, don't stand there. We'll get in the way. Get back.
Why aren't these robots lined up side by side?
I don't know. Go on. Get out of the way.
I think you should put a bit more thought into it.
What?
I mean, this is about cooperation after all. You need to try and work it out together.
We've literally just been over it.
But even in that first stage, neither of us had the faintest idea, right?
Yeah, that's just because it was based on the incident Sengoku was accused of.
But this stage has nothing to do with that incident either.
Could you be a little less enigmatic?
Cooperation.
What's the matter, Sengoku?
That's it! I just remembered.
What is it?
We were told that the final was about cooperation. You know, seeing whether we are able to put aside our interests and work as a team.
What are you talking about?
Each stage is related to a different team's incident. But there just isn't enough information. I mean, you guys couldn't figure out anything about the first stage, right?
I get what you're saying, but
In other words, we gotta be honest with each other and work out everything together.
so, are you going to tell us something? Look, don't go thinking you've got me on board.
Not willing to work together, then we'll never get the stage cleared.
You can approach this however you like, but that doesn't mean I agree with you.
I want to tell you something that Fuda said.
Wait a minute, Sengoku. Are you sure it's okay to help out our opponents like this?
I don't know, but if we get this wrong and can't carry on, then everything I've been for nothing.
Okay, I trust you.
Gentoku, listen up, this is what Fuda said. The culprit stabbed the old woman's husband, then stabbed her as she was trying to flee.
So you're saying,
Yeah. Take a look at the wife's robot's back.
there's a slot here?
The man was stabbed from the front. His wife was stabbed in the back as she tried to flee.
Here goes.
Let's do it.
Ugh.
This is gross.
Alright, a key popped out. Thought I'd be able to unlock the faucet with this.
I'm impressed. I'll let you hang on to the key.
Are you sure? Is that one of them too?
We figured out the right answer thanks to you. Besides, it doesn't seem like it matters which of us has the key.
Got it. We used the key we just found.
It opened. We should be able to get the gasoline out now.
Nice. Let's fill the empty jerry can. Fuda said he was riding out his motorbike. We can take this gas with us as evidence. We finished searching both rooms. Let's hand the evidence over to the gatekeepers. This voice recorder. This jerry can filled with gas are evidence. Seeing as this is about cooperation, let's both hand over the evidence at the same time.
Sounds like a good idea.
I've never had you pegged as a team player, Gentoku.
Give it a rest.
Beep beep boop.
Beep beep boop.
That's it. That's it. I was out riding my motorbike, so the gas tank shouldn't have been full. But for some reason it was, and so it looked like I hadn't been out for a ride. Whoever filled up my bike gas is the true culprit. That's it. That's definitely it. I got a call from a friend of a friend about an investment, so I went out to meet them. But no one showed up. When I asked my friend, they said they had no idea who I was talking about. That's why no one believed my alibi. Whoever called me is the true culprit. Identify the real criminal. I'm asking you.
How are we supposed to figure that out?
This is the death-dealing duo's incident. We didn't get any hints either. There's no use trying to answer. Then Goku, what should we do?
You're right, Gentoku. Let's pass this one up.
Time's up. Time's up. Please board the escalator and proceed to the third stage.
If you'd have made it through to the final, would have found out who the true culprit was? Forget it, there's no point in thinking like that. Let's get a move on.
Okay.
Still got 2 stages to get this right. What if there's just one culprit? This is it. We gotta find the evidence to pin down the culprit before the last stage. Is this supposed to be a music venue?
There's a gatekeeper.
Looks like it's supposed to be Hanaka.
Beep beep boop. I'm innocent. I've been falsely accused. I did kill Mr. A, the stalker. I had no choice given the circumstances. After that, I stabbed Oka, trying to frame him, but Oka and I have made our peace. But someone must have lied to Mr. A about me having a lover to make him snap and attack me. I gave up romance completely for my pop career. Find the evidence in this stage that the rumor was a lie.
This incident's a little different from the others.
Hanaka's admitting her guilt, isn't she?
Hanaka-san told me earlier in private, she said a rumor about her was completely bogus.
So we should be looking for evidence that backs up what she said, right?
Yeah, I think so. Let's get started. What is this place? Some kind of hotel? Wait a moment.
What's the matter?
It's just that. Is that a tablet on top of the table?
There's something on the screen. It looks like it's showing the interior of the middle room, right?
I wonder why.
There's something odd about the screen.
Odd? What do you mean?
I can't really put my finger on it, but
Let's not waste any more time here. We should head back to the middle room for now. If Rina sees anything weird. Ah!
well, what's wrong?
That tablet we picked up earlier suddenly booted up. Now it said, seasons change?
If the tablet booted up after coming here, maybe we're supposed to compare the screen with the music venue.
Let's check it out.
I love I Spy.
What is this? Look, the Prussian robot Hanaka's hair has changed.
Oh, the poster on the left.
Oh, okay.
The top one.
Ah, the poster. Used to be summer, now it's winter.
Also on the right, the shape of the bottle.
Yeah, you're right.
Ah.
The plastic bottle looks like a snowman here. Well, that's simple.
Interesting comparison there to a snowman.
Yeah, something just fell down. It's a photo.
What's it a photo of?
Who is this? It's just some guy walking.
That road he's walking down looks kind of dubious.
Yeah, what's up with this photo anyway? Could be some kind of hint. Let's keep searching.
Sure.
Whoa! There's someone in here! Rina, get back! They got a knife!
There's someone inside a cage?
They're locked inside, right? Doesn't look like I can get out. Should be okay.
There are so many photos of Hanukkah in here.
Whoever's room this is must be a real diehard Hanukkah fan.
Oh my god, that scared me.
There's a panel here. What are we supposed to do with it?
It's a slide puzzle. You put the panels in the right order, it creates a picture.
But how are we supposed to know how to rearrange it?
Oh no.
Love Hanukkah.
Considering where we are, I'm guessing that the panel has something to do with Hanukkah.
We love Hanukkah.
Do you think those noises it's making mean anything?
Yeah, noises.
Yeah, we love Hanukkah.
Just a matter of getting in the right place, I guess.
This is a lot easier than the fuse wires because I actually know what we have to do. Yeah, move the na down. The na on the right, yeah. And then move it up. Okay.
Oh wait. This
Yeah,
has to be
then
in the
the
top
L.
right. I just realized.
Oh, wait. Yeah, and then the we's in the middle, right? The we's in the middle.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's good. I think you have to move the we down to make room.
Yeah, we probably gonna have an empty
Yeah, move
space
it
at the
up.
top right again.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, the ha and the ka are... Yeah, so... Mm-hmm.
You could get OL OP down.
Oh! I think... Oh, but wait, then we have to like put them all in a circle, kind of like... There's gotta be a way to... Okay, this might take a while, but maybe put the ka up. Like, put it up. And then the na down to the right. And then put the E to the right. Then the L down. Then the Ha to the left. Then the Ka down to the left. Then the Na up. And then you move the E and the L down.
Down.
I think she wants you to
Like,
cycle
down to the right.
the second
down
row
to
to
the-
the bottom.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
was trying to do.
cycle. Like you can move
Kinda.
you can start to like circle them around. That makes sense.
Hanakale.
And then you put the Ha down to the corner. Now it's just it feels like that's not gonna take us anywhere. And it looked like a good plan, but now it's just gonna be stuck. Then maybe the Ka to the and then the We goes down. Okay. All right. Give me a chance to think here. Okay. Maybe move the We back up. All right. Come on, Muzz, think. Okay. Go with me. Move the We back down to where it was. Then move the OV to the left. Then move the Na up. Move the E up. Then move the L to the right. And then move the We down. Then move the Ka to the middle. Then move the corner of the heart. How are we gonna do this? Okay. Yeah, then move the corner down where you are. Move it down. Then move the OV down to the left. Then the Na down to the left. Then the E up. Then the L up. Move the We down to the right. Move the Ka down. Okay, now it's only to get the Na to the down part. How do we do that? Oh, God. Yep, I feel like I'm stuck.
I think it's time to start clicking.
Yep. Go instinct.
I'm true.
I never think with these. I
Okay.
just click around.
Yeah, I feel like these are kind of cheap.
Okay. How do we start moving them? All right. Then maybe... Because I feel like if we move the We up, then there's no way we can move it down without moving the Ha and the Ka.
I mean, you can get Hanukkah right now, I think.
Okay, I
Like,
think
if you
I
move
have
the
an idea.
E left, move the L up, then move the We up. If that
Yeah,
makes
but
sense.
then we have to move, but then they'll be stuck. They won't be able to move.
Wait,
But
which
try
ones
your
won't be
idea,
able to
because I might... Okay. Like, so...
So, like, move the right one, or moving that to the left. And then pull those up. And then you can move the K, A, to the right, then NA down. So that's set up now. And then you can just focus on the top.
Okay.
You have a space to move things around, hopefully.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, looks like we're here.
Yes!
Wait,
Yes!
did we get? Oh wait, that's it.
Yep, that's it.
Oh, God. That took a lot of time.
James.
We love Hanaka.
So a juice robot in there. Don't worry, the cage looks pretty sturdy.
He dropped a photo.
It's Hanukkah walking with that guy from the other photo.
But he's in exactly the same pose, right?
Now that you mention it, he is. Does that mean this photo is stitched together somehow?
These days, pretty much anyone can edit a photo, but this is really elaborate. It looks real.
Hanukkah's a pop star. If a photo like this got out, she'd have to say goodbye to be a pop star.
I haven't known Hanukkah for long, but it seems like she was completely serious about her career. I don't think she'd do anything to jeopardize it.
Neither do I. Could this be the doctor photo that Mr. A saw? Hold on. Do you think this is Mr. A?
But Mr. A is already dead, right?
Right, so who could this be? You take a good look, this guy's wounded. Looks like he's been stabbed. Wait, this isn't a person, it's a robot.
Are you sure?
Look inside that wound. It's a machine.
So, do you think it was built especially for this attraction?
Yeah, feeling bad about leaving it in the cage, but if it's a robot, then it doesn't matter.
Hanaka. Hanaka.
It stuck its arms out like it wants something. Do you think we should give it the photo?
Rina, wait. I think we should show him this.
The one where it's just a guy?
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Is that what you want? Here, you go.
Here, oh, the... Oh. Oh.
Is it crying?
Maybe it's programmed that way.
It looks kind of happy somehow. This person, this robot holding the doctored photo. Maybe this is the moment they realized the rumor about Hanukkah having a lover wasn't true.
I don't think there's anything left to do in here. Let's head back to the middle room.
Yes, please. Jeez, I almost turned white. It's a ghost.
Just a robot.
Yeah, but I saw the shadow and then he said like, "Rawr!"
Find evidence that the rumors about me having a lover were made up.
Something that proves the rumor about Hanukkah false.
That's it. There's no way I'd betray my fans by being in a relationship. Whoever edited these two photos together is the real criminal. Identify the true culprit.
What do you think, Sengoku?
The same as the stage before, we don't have enough evidence to prove who did it. The culprit for the incident I was framed for is one of the prisoners. This isn't Fuda or Hanukkah, then... Is it Gentoku after all?
Are you not going to answer? The next attraction is definitely going to be based on the incident I was involved in. You don't stand a chance of winning.
Trying to say that Gentoku is the real culprit? I won't answer.
Oh? That's a relief. Hate for you to randomly guess and get it right.
Gentoku,
What is it?
you don't look so great. Already saw you the entire time we were searching. Are you not feeling too good?
My health is none of your concern. Get enough on your plate. Rest assured, no way I'm letting you win.
Time's up! Time's up! Please board. Sorry. Please board the escalator and proceed to the 4th stage.
Sengoku, the next stage is the last one.
Yeah, you're right. But we can answer at any point. So let me think right up until Gentoku's team's about to answer.
Okay, I hope we manage to figure it out.
Let's go. Everything's hanging on my answer. There's no question of leaving it to chance. Gotta answer with complete conviction. Still, I need to find something to base my answer on. A tiny shred of proof would be enough. We are at last, the final stage.
If we can't work out who the real culprit is, then we'll have lost.
This is pretty unfortunate for you, Sengoku. This floor is based on our incident. You don't stand a chance.
We'll see about that. By the way, we aren't looking too good. Are you sure you're okay?
I told you that was none of your concern.
There's something over there.
Is that the robot version of Gentoku?
Beep beep boop. I'm innocent. I was falsely accused. When we were kids, one day the Jimbo family slaughtered each other, leaving only Izane and me alive. It's true that I made Izane come and hide with me to make it look like we'd been kidnapped. Then, just as a little prank, I sent a present to each side of the Jimbo family. But I had no idea the two factions would end up killing each other. I did nothing wrong. There ought to be something here in these rooms that proves that.
That sounds completely insane. A little hazy on details, but the whole thing sounds pretty horrible.
It sure does. Gentoku and I know each other from way back. We're from the same village.
Really?
The robot retold the story perfectly, but the real Gentoku has forgotten everything.
Are you saying he's got amnesia?
Exactly. That's why he still insists he's innocent.
No! I didn't do anything! Ugh, my head.
You've been putting on a brave face all this while, but it looks like you've reached your limits.
I'm going to win.
Are you okay?
If I don't, the company won't be able to inherit Yurukill Incorporated.
Inherit? Hey, what's all this about inheriting?
Oh? Did he not say? Gentoku is the line to inherit Yurukill Incorporated, the company that runs this place.
What?
If he doesn't succeed as a prisoner, then he won't be able to take over the company.
Izane, keep your mouth shut. Ugh.
Gentoku's mad.
So Gentoku's got a lot riding on this as well. Whatever. That's not a ton of getting too involved. Rina, could you come here? Attraction's already started. I'm worried about Gentoku, but we have a job to do.
Got it.
Let's get started.
Whoa.
Whoa, there's so many robots in here.
Are those pistols they're holding?
Not gonna randomly start shooting us, are they?
They're all facing each other. As long as we see out of their line of sight, we should be okay.
James, you alright?
Yeah, about to ask.
I'm good. I apologize. I thought I was on mute.
It's okay.
Can we take a screenshot of this, please?
Go for it.
Alright, I got it. Thank you.
These robots don't look as though they're going to move, do they?
The gatekeeper said, just a little prick, instead of present to each side of Jimbo family. Not facing each other. The things are supposed to represent the feuding family?
If that's the case, then maybe we need to find the gift that was sent to both factions?
Let's take a look around. Wait. What's this?
Let's play hide and seek? What's that supposed to mean? Are those the rules written below?
Looks like the rules were... She sent show to me.
She sends show?
There's a game. When you create a matching pair, you eliminate those two connecting tiles. When connecting a pair, the path between them can only consist of 2 turns, max.
That seems kind of complicated.
Isn't really, it's all about looking for pairs to eliminate in order. I'm familiar with this game. We should try connecting tiles that are close together first. Let's make it use of spaces cleared by the tiles we eliminate.
Like the apples?
Oh, like that?
And the gray doors right there. So maybe move the banana up so it can connect with its partner.
I can't move it up.
It's like 2 turns, right?
Okay. So try click the other banana and click the other banana, or you can't.
Oh, so I can do diagonals. Okay. If that's the case.
That's odd.
Huh? Okay.
So, yeah, I'm still not entirely
Okay.
sure how this works.
I'm not either, but
I thought you only got to like do it twice.
you can turn twice and move around the outside, so I can eliminate tiles that are far apart too.
Ooh, maybe try the guns, the gray guns.
Isn't that kind of far?
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
I see them hiding
Alright.
behind them, by the way. Do you see the robots hiding behind like the green gun and
Yeah.
the packet up there?
If you find a matching pair, how about seeing if you can connect them, even if they seem far apart?
Also, the more tiles we eliminate, the easier it is to connect the rest.
Did you try the pinkish tile with its partner?
I mean, this one?
Yeah. No?
No.
Okay.
Oh, right. How about the green pillows? I am so confused on how the vases work.
I know, kind of
At
just
this point,
randomly
I start
clicking as soon
clicking
as
everything.
working.
Like, see what pairs start to work.
Yeah.
Okay.
The rules seem pretty simple, but for some reason, it's
What?
just not.
I don't get the rules for this.
Making sense.
Try the red pillows again. Okay. Try the... Okay, and try the purple sheets. Like the purple and...
Oh,
Like the purple and white, yeah. That one. That's the one.
Oh.
No? What is this? Nah, try the blue guns? Okay, this game is pissing me off.
I don't want to see the rules. For
Buddha,
this.
Buddha.
Nope, not yet.
How about the blues?
Oh, now it works. Ugh.
I mean,
Try the red guns again.
guess we're just guessing at this
Alright.
point.
Blue
Yeah.
tiles.
Now they work.
Purple
Oh my
drug.
God. Okay.
Okay, I felt like that was just a clicking mini game.
I guess so.
Puzzle master. you gotta-
I think I figured out what they meant.
What a
You found
pain.
us. You found us. I'm Gentoku. I'm Izane.
Whoa! Rina, get back!
These kids are following us.
They don't seem like they're doing anything in particular.
I just realized that hole in the wall. I don't know if that was there
Yeah,
before.
is that...
That's a fancy Buddhist altar. Someone's left some offerings too.
Yeah, a bunch of bananas. Put over the top of an offering. Ah, got just a thing. We take this and then... Ta-da! A chocolate-covered banana. Do you want one? I'm only joking. Don't give me that scary look. Saw my food inside the fridge. A feeling it would come in handy.
Try the hole in the wall.
Hidden room. What's this stuff doing in here?
If they went to the trouble of hiding it all, they must have wanted to keep it a secret.
Those people must have been bad news, whoever they were. Look at that white powder. This stuff is stuck to the walls and won't come off. I don't think these are what we're looking for. Since we're done with this room. What?
A rock door?
What is this place? It's like, just like being outside.
It feels like we're deep inside a forest somehow.
What's up with that cage? Is it a trap?
A trap?
You know, for catching small game and stuff. I read comics where people use them for hunting. Maybe we're supposed to do something with it. Can we use to turn this cage into a trap? That's why I can use food as bait.
But chocolate is bad for animals.
Really? Well, I guess I could try something else instead. What about the bananas? Got a whole bunch, so shall we just use one?
Should we try waiting a while?
Yeah, let's see what happens. Ah! Whoa, actually got stuck in a trap.
It looks like a monkey.
Did that? Okay.
Whoa, it collapsed. Is it okay? You don't think it died, do you? What's wrong, Rina?
The
Whoa, did one of his fingers just chop off?
what the heck is this?
For starters, let's take it with us. It's a rotten monkey finger. Kind of looks like a human finger. What's this have to do with an incident?
But what's going on?
We got spotted. Want to keep a low profile.
I have no idea what the hell is going on.
What's up with you all of a sudden?
Gentoku, what's wrong? Calm down.
Let's get going.
I hope Gentoku's okay. Ew.
I thought it was just a boulder, but it's got a door.
It's a rock.
Let's try opening it.
Heave ho! There's nothing in here.
Do you think we're meant to put something inside then?
Something put inside a cave.
Just gonna dump some.
Oh, they're
cake in there.
hiding, so the children.
Oh, right. Forget it. We want to set it down. We get dirty. Then no one will want to eat it.
Put the robo children in there.
Makes sense.
Let's play hide and seek. Let's play hide and seek.
I think I figured it out. These kids are saying they want to play hide and seek, right? So why don't we put them inside the cave?
Yeah, that could work. Anyway, let's give it a shot. James.
Oh, it didn't pick up. No! Anto!
Hey, take it easy.
I don't want to go inside the cave!
You're kind of off for some reason.
Really? That's weird.
Guess it's too high pitched.
I'll do robot voice.
Okay.
I don't want to go inside. I don't want to go inside the cave.
He doesn't look too happy.
Shall I try and force him in?
No! The poor thing, they're just kids after all.
But they're robots.
Yeah, still.
Hey, lady, give me that.
What do you mean?
Lady, give me that. Lady, give me that.
She talk about this? I guess this is the kind of thing kids like.
Lady, give me that. Lady, give me that.
The bad guy?
No, I think it has to be chocolate covered banana.
I'll give you a chocolate-covered banana, so get in a tasty chocolate-covered banana just for you. I like chocolate-covered bananas.
Yeah, luring someone to a cave with banana is the kind of thing that only occur to a kid. What's wrong, Rina?
Hold on. The robot did mention something like that at the start of the stage. It said Gentoku was the one who took Izane along with him, right?
Now that you mention it, that sounds about right. So, is one version of the story wrong? Whatever, there's no use thinking about it now. Let's carry on.
Okay.
out the answer and get this over with. Look, all you have to do is admit what you did.
I wonder if Gentoku's okay.
I'm worried about him, but there's nothing we can do right now. We gotta stay focused. Oh, facing one another. Maybe it's supposed to be the family that slaughtered each other?
If so, maybe we need to find the gift that was sent to them.
Figure as much.
That's
It moved.
Something isn't right.
that's
What the? Rina, get back!
Okay.
They started shooting each other.
The gatekeeper said the family slaughtered each other after receiving a gift, right? Do you think this is supposed to be a reenactment?
Yeah, I think so. There's only one of them left.
why did things turn out like this?
The Gentoku and Izane robots just showed up.
Why did this happen?
The robot started moving again.
Did he just commit suicide?
What just happened?
I don't know. There's a gun lying on the floor. You think it's one of the items we were looking for? Let's pick it up just in case. Right, Rina, let's get out of here.
Sounds like a plan.
Beep beep beep. Beep beep boop. Correct. Well done. I don't know anything about that gun. Whoever brought it is the true culprit behind this mess. There are no other hints. You ought to know who did it by now. So, let's hear your answer.
Gentoku, how long are you going to keep moaning like that? The mass murderers are going to beat you to it.
Sengoku, if you're planning on answering, now's the time.
You're right. Is Gentoku the real culprit?
Gentoku, just admit it already. All you need to do is win. Is admit you did it.
That's what Izane thinks. Guess as the executioner, she's the victim. If Gentoku really has lost his memory, then there's a chance he could actually have been responsible. So if I say that Gentoku is guilty, could we end up winning?
No!
Huh?
No! I did nothing! You think I'm going to say I did it? I'm not going to admit to something I didn't. Oh, I can't see that. Sorry. Hold on.
What?
I'm not going to admit to something I didn't do. Something was obscuring my view.
What's all this attitude about?
Sengoku, what are you going to do?
Gentoku, be honest and admit you did it.
Sengoku?
Gentoku, hello. Oops. Looks like he fainted.
This is the final stage. It's the last chance to answer. We piece together everything we discovered so far. We should be able to identify the culprit.
Whoops, I forgot to mention something super important.
Binko.
Get the answer right, and you'll be one step closer to the victory, a shot of clearing your name. But if one of your prisoners gets the answer wrong, you'll be executed.
What?
Mr. Gentoku is disqualified. Executing him while he's out cold would be so dull. You only have one chance to get this right. Time to summon every last ounce of Bin Bin.
This is it. My final chance. The true culprit is... It's no good. I still don't have any solid proof. Need to go over all the details in order. Just need something to work with. First, the true culprit. It's the person who slipped that note to me while I was in this cell on a ship. They knew something only the true culprit could have known. That's for damn sure. Need to nail things down even further. Basis here I'll be working on to identify the culprit. Hold on a sec. Maybe, just maybe. Rina was worried about the culprit behind the other team's incidents being one of the prisoners. Maybe one person responsible for everything? In other words, there's only one true culprit? I mean, that explains why they had us cooperate and share information during the games. The real culprit was in that jail on board a ship, one of the prisoners. Who is it? Who framed everyone? Call it. You think about each person in order. One person responsible for all the incidents, then I just need to think about who framed me. Culprit committed a bunch of horrific crimes, then set about framing people for them. Realistically, is this the kind of person who's been living a normal life? Rina and Ryder are twins. They were estranged, but must know a little about each other's lives. Hanukkah was popular enough to inspire a diehard fan like Oka. Her background's out in the open. Just can't see it being either of those three. So it's gotta be Gentoku, right? It's not enough to go on. I need something else. Rina,
What's the matter?
I need you to remember what was in that report.
What are you thinking?
Right before the incident, I was making a delivery to the building where you lived. I was delivering a parcel to room 302. Pretty sure it was a woman living there. That much was written in the report we found before. I drank a can of juice they gave me. It was laced with sleeping meds. By the time I woken up, the incident had already taken place.
Yeah, I know.
I'm convinced that they're the one behind everything. Can you remember anything?
As far as I recall, no one lived there, and the report didn't mention any casualties in 302.
Right, but something doesn't add up. I can't remember the name or face either, but I feel like remembering things differently. I was making a delivery to that room. There's definitely someone living there. A woman. At the very least, I don't think the culprit is a guy.
So you're saying that Hanukkah is guilty?
It's a possibility, but we should be able to narrow things down even further. Try and remember. Earlier we went around asking everyone where they were in the jail and the ship. Let's take a quick recap. You think that's enough to identify whoever passed that letter into my cell? We don't have enough information to narrow things down any more than that. Wait.
What's wrong?
Are you even sure all that information is correct?
I mean, we asked them directly, and I don't think there are any contradictions in what they said.
But if I was the culprit, someone's going around asking people where they were in the jail, I wouldn't tell the truth. Crap, maybe I shouldn't have been so trusting. Someone wasn't telling the truth.
Really?
Can't be sure, but someone must have been lying to us.
And that person may be the culprit. So we're talking about one person, right?
Yeah, the lie was... It was Gentoku.
So Gentoku is the real culprit?
No, he isn't. Been overlooking something pretty obvious. Even though it's something we did ourselves, we completely forgot about one possibility. And that's... it's possible to remove the Yurukill rings, right? When everyone's first gathered together, the prisoners were already wearing the rings. What if someone took theirs off before meeting up with the group? Binko told us that the rings can be removed with permission from the executioner. I mean, we didn't have my ring put back on.
But would the people running this place let that happen? Couldn't that interfere with the games?
I think an executioner completely swapped places with a prisoner.
What do you mean? I thought it was impossible to switch between the two roles.
That could just be our assumption.
You think so?
This is just a theory, but I think there's a team where each member is both victim and perpetrator. In other words, one of them was falsely accused and the other is the culprit. Only that team could freely switch their rings and swap roles before the game started. The real criminal is someone who's both victim and perpetrator.
Who do you think it is?
I think it's... Izane Akegarasu. You're the true culprit.
What?
You were originally a prisoner, wearing the Yurukill ring, but switched places with Gentoku.
What makes you say that?
If Gentoku didn't take part in these games, he had no chance of inheriting Yurukill Inc., right? The prisoner did most of the work, becoming one of his best bet to help prove his worth. That's why he went along with your suggestion before the games began. Little did he realize he was helping out the real culprit.
Don't you think this is all a bit thin? I can't believe you think I'm capable of something like that.
You're right. And today it's just a guess. Still, when I asked Gentoku where he was inside the jail, he was lost for words for a moment. You cut him off at the very moment, didn't let him finish.
Now that you mention it, when you were talking to Gentoku, Izane put it in.
Gentoku was originally an executioner. He didn't know the layout because he was never in a cell. So I stepped into the answer for him. You lied to throw me off the scent. You're the one behind the incident Gentoku was charged with, right? You lured him out to play hide and seek and hid so everyone thought you'd gone missing. Then you sent rotten monkey fingers to each side of the Jimbo family. Obviously they came to the conclusion that you'd been killed. In retaliation, both sides of the clan slaughtered one another. You set things up so that your family and Gentoku's family wiped each other's out. Then later blame Gentoku who lost his memory. Gentoku was none the wiser when he took the part in the Yurukill games. I got it all wrong. Answer me!
Huh? Huh?
What's so funny?
You're right. You're exactly right. I'm the real culprit. Me, Izane Akegarasu.
But that's not even your real name.
What?
What a stupid name. Izane. Nothing's an anagram. Rearrange the letters. What do you get?
E-N-Z-A-A? That means false accusation.
Isn't it kind of obvious? I was giving you all a hint right from the start. Besides, It fits way better than the stupid old name I was forced to take.
Weren't just responsible for Gentoku's incident either, right?
You're doing well with your guesses today, aren't you? Yep, you're dead right. Who didn't write the incident? Hanaka's incident. Gentoku's incident. And then, of course, your and Rina's incident too. Everything. It was all me. Filling up Ruta's bike with gas. That investment ruse and lure cash trapped Raiders out. I'm the one who edited that photo of Hanaka. I got close to Mr. A and put those ideas in his head. And, Sengoku, I was the one who gave you that spiked can of juice. I even pretended to be a resident of that building for a while, so no one would get suspicious. If a stranger appeared in the building you delivered to, you'd figure something was up, right? Of course. I erased all trace of me ever having been there before the whole place burnt down. Rina, we even saw each other. I mean, you were just a kid at the time, so maybe you don't remember. Oh! And this applies to all of the incidents, but I couldn't stop at erasing people's alibis. I worked my ass off setting everything up to make sure the incidents took place. Pretty impressive, don't you think?
The person who killed everyone killed my family.
Yep. Yours truly.
Wait, Rina!
What? What did you hope to gain? Give them back! Give me my family back!
Rina, no! We don't know what happened, you harm her!
You're a smart one, Sengoku.
Why? Why would you do something like that? What were you trying to achieve?
It's my job. I am Yurukill, Incorporated employee. And a pretty damn good one at that. I'm responsible for the spectacle that is Yurukill land. This is how we turn a profit selling the footage for all the falsely accused prisoners' escapades. Our ratings are through the roof. I should be thanking you guys.
Ratings? You think we give you permission to do something like that?
Permission is overrated. Besides, no one's complained so far. Whatever, just deal with it, okay? This is my job.
Your job? How does that justify any of what you did?
It's like killing two birds with one stone. I make money and get to feed my passions. Honestly, I just love falsely accusing people. Watching people getting blamed for things they didn't do, pinning the blame on each other. I was struggling to stop myself bursting out laughing this whole time. Seeing people thinking about admitting to something they didn't even do is just too damn funny. Anyway, mass murderers, as the winners, I want you to take a look at this.
Huh?
The final isn't over yet. If you make it to the pardon zone, Then you'll finally be facing the end game. Fair and square. Ah! Gentoku, you're awake. Did you have a nice little nap? Huh?
I heard everything you said. It was your fault. Your fault, my real family. It was your fault they died.
You've got the wrong end of the stick. All I did was send them a few little gifts and have you tag along with me. Look, both sides of the family hated each other. I just wanted to see what they'd do given the chance. That bloodbath was all on them. It wasn't anything to do with me. And there was someone else who survived the shoutout beside us, right? When I showed up in front of him, he realized that he'd been duped and killed himself. Just like you guessed on the Ferris wheel.
What?
It was just supposed to be a little prank, but it sure spiraled out of hand. It may have been my first production, so to speak, but I'd say it was some of my best work.
You bastard!
Gentoku, stop! Don't lay a finger on her!
Sengoku is right.
Ah! Stop interfering! I'm gonna kill her! I'm gonna goddamn kill her!
Gentoku Omuro, I am sorry, but this is the end of the road for you. Farewell!
Beep 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 beep.
Let go of me!
Robots taking him to the kill zone? Gentoku!
Right! Now we've got the nuisance out of the way. I need you two to make your way through the Pardon Zone.
Beep 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 beep.
Oh. Yurukill!
Binko?
The Yurukill Games have finally ended their closing stages. Let's proceed with a final PR. You'll be dealing with me in the final. If you manage to beat me, then you'll have achieved the victory you've been surviving for. Do it to clear your name, or do it to revenge on me. It doesn't matter. Just keep me entertained, okay? As long as I'm having a good time, I really don't care. Okay, off you go.
Beep 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 beep. Boop.
Ah! Ouch! It's where the Yurukill judgment takes place.
I've been waiting for you both. Anyway, you know what to do. Sit down in the connection seats in front of you. Seeing as this is the final, we only need one of you to compete. It doesn't matter who.
I got this.
Sengoku.
We'll lose the BR and die, right?
Exactly.
Rina, we're gonna figure out who the true culprit is. I'm pretty sure that's the reason you came here. You don't need to keep going and risk your life.
But you're in danger, Sengoku. That's it. Withdraw. Can't we withdraw? That way you'll be safe.
No. There's no way to let us. Besides, even if I could leave, I want to get acquitted. Besides, can't let Izane get away with it.
But
Rina, leave it to me. We know that I'm good at this kind of stuff, right? Anyway, I gotta avenge the others too. Izane? I'm gonna take you down. You better be prepared.
As long as that's not just an empty threat. Anyway, I'll go ahead.
Sengoku, just promise me you'll be careful.
Don't worry. She doesn't stand a chance.
I suppose this is the last time I'll get to say it. It almost brings a tear to my eye. Pardon or kill.